Barcelonistas, I know you're doing fantastic because we just beat Benfica in the Champions League. We are one foot on the next round, and now it is time to turn the attention into the revenge tour that Barcelona is on right now. And next up, no other team I rather play right now than Osasuna, a team that beat us last game 4-2. But we did make a lot of rotations in that game, and I'm gonna tell you why you should not worry about this match, even on a match where we have to rotate some important key players that we are going to need on Tuesday against Benfica in the second leg. We're gonna get into all the details, but first make sure you subscribe, make sure you like this video, and comment your predictions for this match. It's really important that you subscribe. If you bleed and you're a Barcelona fan, if you bleed red and blue, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the month, and this project means the world to me, and I'm putting all the grind and all the hard work into it. So let's get into it. So first and foremost, Barcelona Osasuna at the Olympic Stadium is very important. We have a game on Tuesday, but both of these games are at home. I wish La Liga would have done something about this match. I don't know. They moved Real Madrid's game. This game, it feels to me that we shouldn't even play it. I mean, we just played a game on Wednesday. Now we have to play a game on Saturday, but I guess this is the time. LA time, Barcelona time, it's 8 p.m. LA time in California, United States, is going to be a 12 p.m. match. Footmob is giving Barcelona 84%. I guess 6% is going to be a draw, and the other 9% is going to be a victory for Osasuna. To me, I think it's a little low. I would give Osasuna a little bit more of a fighting chance here, especially with Barcelona doing a lot of rotations. But ultimately, that's what they have. And let's take a look at their top scorers for Barcelona. Of course, the Pichichi, the one and only Lewandowski, and Budimir, who has 14 goals. Lewandowski has 21. Budimir scored 2 goals against Barcelona in the last matchup. So that's a player that we really need to watch out for. So Barcelona has scored 12 goals in the last 5 La Liga matches, and Robert Lewandowski is the Pichichi, like I mentioned. Rafinha is ranked number 1 in big chances created in this competition, La Liga, with 22. And as far as Osasuna have only scored 5 goals in the last 5 matches. So if you take a look at that, that is less than half of the goals for Barcelona in the last 5 matches. That goes to show you of how this game is lopsided. This game is on paper, right? Let's say that. Let's say on paper, and they haven't kept a clean sheet in 12 games. And if you think about how Barcelona is the best offense in the league against a team who has not kept a clean sheet in 12 matches, Barcelona should be able to score against Osasuna. Now, Madrid wasn't able to score more than 1 goal against Osasuna, so that's another discussion. So it goes to show you how these small teams against big teams, they tend to bring their best, and they have not won a match in the last 5 either. So this goes to show you how in what form Barcelona is and what form Osasuna is. I don't want to hear anything about because we're going to rest Pedri, if we rest Rafinha, if we rest other players. I don't want to hear from the bench that we play with rotation players, because Osasuna just drew 3-3 against Valencia, and Valencia is a team that we just beat, like annihilated 7-1 in the last match. Scored again 14 goals in the last 2 matches against them. They lost against Celta de Vigo. They against Real Madrid, there was a draw. Against Mallorca was a draw. They lost to Real Sociedad. So it goes to show you the kind of form that Valencia is in right now. And let's think, one thing to think about is what these teams that are middling teams in the table, when it's the second round, they don't play with the same intensity as they do in the first round, right? And now when it's crunch time, it's really when it's a little tougher for these teams. And I don't not expect Osasuna to give us a very hard, fought game. I expect Barcelona to win this game fairly comfortably. And let's talk about why do I feel like this? Let's talk about a head-to-head that we played, the 4-2 that we lost, let's take a look at some of these lineups and facts that happened in this game. I know we didn't start the game particularly well. Budimir scored in the 18th minute, and before we knew it, it was 2-0 because Brian Zaragoza made an amazing play, an amazing run. That he's always the second coming of Maradona every time he plays against Barcelona. I don't know, for whatever reason. And he made an incredible run, incredible goal. He took on two men. He took on Peña, and he scored a very nice goal. So we had Peña, we have Dominguez, we had players like Gerard Martin, who was he's now playing in really well, but when he started these games, like, he was highly criticized in this game particularly. We did have Pedri on, but we had Pau Victor, we have Torre. Hansi Flick was just starting to know this squad and to starting to see where he can trust some players and where not to trust some players, and this was a tax we had to pay. And I think Hansi Flick learned his lesson as far as rotating players. I think he made way too many rotations for this match, which was the reason, hence the reason why we would lose a game like this in the fashion that we did. I do not expect Barcelona to make these many mistakes and to make these many changes to the lineup. So now let's talk about lineups for these matchups and what I would change. As far as from what I can see here, it looks like Chesney will be our keeper, and it should be our keeper. Koundé, I wish we could rest Koundé, to be honest with you. He sacrificed a lot. He made a lot of defensive plays for Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal wasn't really helping in this game. I would try to see if I can rest him, or maybe if Hansi Flick starts Koundé, maybe he can give him some rest in the second half, depending on what the game kind of looking like. I do want to start with Eric Garcia and Cubarsí in this one. Gerard Martin for Balde. Balde was another player who had a lot of sacrifice against Benfica, and I want to rest. If I could, I would rest Balde, and I would rest Koundé. Of course, Martinez, but we'll see what Hansi Flick wants to do there. De Jong is a most definitely for me. De Jong for Pedri, excuse me. And Casado definitely should start this game. Dani Olmo should start this game, given the fact that he only played 25 minutes against Benfica. Mostly due to that red card that Hansi Flick needed an extra body on defense. And Rafinha is another player that I'm looking at resting. He ran way too much. I think he ran the most of a player for Barcelona not named Pedri Gonzalez. So I would rest Rafinha and put Ferran Torres on the left wing, have Lewandowski as a center forward, and start Lamine Yamal for this game. Is another player who is well rested right now because we took him out, I think, at the 66th minute. So I am expecting Lamine Yamal to be able to to start this game. So what I would do, to just kind of recap, is I would have Eric Garcia, Cubarsí, Martin, Koundé, Casado, De Jong, Dani Olmo. I would have Ferran Torres, Lewandowski, and Lamine Yamal. If we somehow can start Hector Ford, I don't know. I guess just keep Koundé and see what happens. Maybe we're up 2-0 in the first half and we can put in Hector Ford instead of Koundé and give him some rest. So now, as far as Zaragoza, as far as Osasuna, let's think. Zaragoza, the second coming of Maradona. I would prepare this game as if I was facing Maradona. I'm just going to put it out there. Like, Zaragoza is that one player who I don't think he scored since the game where he scored against Barcelona. Like, he's nowhere to be found against any other team except for Barcelona. Budimir is is their top scorer, so he has 14 goals. So he actually, he's playing really, really well against all the teams. So I wouldn't say he's a Zaragoza. Budimir, he's just been scoring a lot of goals. Another player that I really, really like from Osasuna is Torro. I think he controls the midfield area very, very well against Real Madrid. He played really, really good. He had a really good game. And their back line is usually really solid. Herrera is a good goalkeeper as well. So that's another wrinkle to this match. They have a really good keeper, so that could be meaningful. As far as injuries, I think both of these teams are very very healthy. You can see Barcelona only injuries that they have are Mark Ter Stegen, Andreas Christensen, and Mark Bernal. So those two out of these three are out for the season, and Christensen seems to me like he's out of the season. Okay, he doesn't even play either. Um, Hector Fernandez and Aymar Arroz. Those are the only two players that are injured. So both teams are gonna come out with the best they have. Let's take a look at the table real quick before we get into my prediction. And like I said, 1 point separates us with Atletico Madrid and 3 points with Real Madrid. How nice would it be for Barcelona to win this game against Osasuna and just lay back and relax and hope that either Real Madrid against Rayo Vallecano is not going to be a walk in the park. Let me tell you, that's going to be a tough team. When Barcelona played Rayo Vallecano, they were the best team in the last 5 matches. So that's a team who has played really, really, really well. So that's not going to be easy. Last time it was actually a draw. It was 3-3, and Rayo Vallecano was winning 2-0 at the beginning of the game, and Real Madrid actually came back, and it was 3-2, and then Rayo Vallecano scored a game with Easy Palazzo at the end of the match, and it was a draw. So that's not going to be easy for them. Atletico Madrid plays Getafe. So I expect a surprise to either Atletico Madrid, because Getafe plays really good defense. I expect either Getafe or Rayo Vallecano to help us out. So if Barcelona can keep this form, 6 wins out of the last 6 matches for Barcelona. This football only shows you 5. Barcelona has won the last 6. So Barcelona can very well sit pretty and beat Osasuna. And in my opinion, I'm just going to give you my prediction right now. Barcelona wins this game 3-1. Fairly comfortable. It's going to be one of those matches where you're going to sit back and say, hey, we could have had 5 goals in this match and we only scored 3, but hey, we still won this game. This game should not be a flop for Barcelona. There's no excuses. I don't care who we rotate. I don't care who we're not playing. We are still better men on men than Osasuna, and they shouldn't give us this many problems. Now we are gelled. We have more experience with the high line. We have been playing much, much better, and I do not expect Osasuna to give a surprise and to beat Barcelona in this one. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. I want to hear your opinions. They're very important to me. So hey guys, thank you for commenting and thank you for watching until the end of this video.